3, 2, 1.
Boom, and welcome to the Big Honker Podcast. Did you know? Brought to you by Mallard Bay. Go check out Mallard Bay. You can book a trip for Cadillac Creek in Amarillo. Toby's got a brand new lodge out there. Check them out at mallardbay.com. All right, buddy, what do you got for your Did You Knows?
So, my wife and I, we are watching a brand new series on Apple TV titled Presumed Innocent. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it. He is...
Supposed to be very good.
Oh, my goodness. Riveting television. The boys stayed the night with y'all last night. This is how we spent our night last night. We binge watched half the season. There's 8 episodes. We're halfway through. Fantastic series. If you don't have anything to watch, which there's not much on TV right now, I highly suggest Presumed Innocent. Anyway, Jake Gyllenhaal, he's like chief district attorney for Chicago, having an affair. The lady he's having an affair with winds up dead. A whole lot of shit going on. And I love it. Absolutely love it. I cannot watch the next 4 episodes soon enough because I want to see how it ends. So that got me thinking. What are the jobs and professions that have the highest infidelity rate?
Police officers?
No.
That was my guess.
Well, you're wrong.
Hold on. Let me guess for a minute.
I got a whole...
Are we talking like regular jobs or like an actor?
What are you talking about, an actor?
You said...
You could be an actor. You could be in the
said what
entertainment
jobs
business.
have the...
highest rates of infidelity?
And I said an actor would be one I would think of.
The entertainment business is up there for sure.
Entertainment business, I would have said a police officer, and I would have said a fireman, and oil field worker.
You're missing you're missing a big one.
I guess I am. Please don't say accountant.
They are up there.
Accountants?
Any place that there is a hodgepodge, any place that there is a man in authority and he has women working under him, a ripe atmosphere for cheating. The number one industry profession that sees the most infidelity, pilots and the flight crew.
I could see that.
It's a no-brainer once you hear it.
Well, the last couple of flights I've been on, there's been a lot of men stewardesses or stewards or whatever you call them. And they would probably have been into the male pilots too from the way they would look.
Right.
So, yes.
So you're off away. You're in a different city a lot of nights.
Motels
and,
by yourself. Yes.
Know,
Okay.
Go to the bar with the flight crew. So
I see that.
A lot of commingling.
Well, that makes for an interesting flight home then.
Right. Yeah. Nurses.
Yeah. Doctors and nurses. There's a lot of that goes on.
A lot of that goes on. So listen, if your wife is in one of these professions or your husband's in one of these professions, maybe check their phone every once in a while.
I'm telling you right now, there's someone listening to this that we've caused a lot of heartburn for right now. There's somebody out there that's listening to this that's like, you know what?
Let's think about this. Hold on. Let's think about this for just a second. You're married to a nurse.
Yep.
Okay? You're a hard working, give yourself a job. I don't care. You're a plumber. How about that? You're a plumber. This wife of yours who you love and adore, saving lives side by side with a dude that, I mean, think about it. He plays God every single day. Like if he's an ER doctor and your wife's working alongside of him and she sees him bring back a 12-year-old boy from an electrocution accident.
And it made her moist.
Oh, yeah. Very, 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 very arousing. And then, she sees that, and then she sees you at home shoveling Cheetos in your mouth, watching football on Sundays.
So it sounds to me like you're giving permission for these doctors to have affairs.
I'm not giving them permission, but you got to understand what she sees on a daily basis. She's seeing this man play God every single day and beat death. And she sees you scratching your nutsack on the couch. And she's got to go smell you after you've blown up the bathroom. It's very, very romantic. So I understand how that happens. Entrepreneurs have a high rate of cheating. Bankers and people in high finance. Once again, you've kind of got this God complex. You're playing with people's money, making people a lot of money. Here's one that you might not have thought about. Teachers. Teachers have a high rate of infidelity. Amongst coworkers, you're dealing with these little badass kids all day. You need an outlet.
Basically, any job men and women are together at, there's going to be infidelity.
Well,
is what you're saying. The pilot one, I understand. The doctor won. The nurse was wanting to get a doctor because he's got a lot of money.
So here's according to another article.
I don't think it's a God plan. I think it's a money thing.
Here's another article. This has some, I don't know, you can agree or disagree. Gaming managers and gaming service workers. I don't know what that is. 52 to, no, that's divorce rate. Hold on. I think we're looking at something different here. Yeah, that's different. Let me see here. This was medical field, trade workers, teachers, IT people. You wouldn't figure that, but it says...
Maybe you should do a list on people that aren't cheating. 12%
of male workers in IT were found to be cheaters, along with 8% of female workers. Entrepreneurs, it's 11 and 11. Finance, and like I said, I don't know where they get their numbers from. 9% of women bankers, analysis, and brokers tend to have relations outside of their marriage. Let's see. Hospitality and retail. That makes sense. You know, you can sneak off to the room or whatever. The entertainment industries, 4% of female celebrities, 3% of male celebrities. Legal professions, lawyers, Anyway. And can you guess the age that most people will have an affair? There's 3 ages.
I'm going to say between the ages of 28 and 40.
There's 3 specific numbers.
Like you want just a year, like one...
There's 3 numbers. There's 3 years in a person's life where they are most primed to have a extramarital affair.
28, 39, and 46.
You were close. 29, 39, and 49.
Okay.
It's that year before you cross into the next decade, before you turn 30, before you turn 40, before you turn 50. It's one of those things you're hanging on to.
I wonder if I got any game left.
Right. That's what it is. Yeah. Like before I'm about to turn 30 or whatever. I'm about to turn 40. Like, am I still...
my last time to sleep with that smoke show.
Right. Yeah. Am I still acceptable to the other sex? So anyway, that's a little bit of a deep dive. Not a deep dive, but that's kind of a snapshot of infidelity in the workplace, when you're going to cheat, 29, 39, and 49. So if you or your partner's coming up on any of those ages, or you're in one of those professions, check their phones.
Right.
That's all I got. And go watch Presumed Innocent. It's a very good show.
Okay, mine, if my computer don't die, because I got like 4% left, I forgot to charge it. How did Hawaii become a state? Hawaii was also a kingdom, and the first government...
I thought I was going to get to guess.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it's fine. It was a kingdom.
It was a kingdom.
It was a kingdom. It was a kingdom.
Okay.
America loves conquering kingdoms, and it was a kingdom, and we wanted a kingdom. So we took them.
Hawaii was a kingdom and the first government in the U.S. overthrow to gain possession of the islands. The Kingdom of Hawaii came about after the conquest of the Hawaiian Islands by Kamehameha or something. Wish John Manning was going to be here. King of Hawaii, Hawaii's main island in 1810, the islands of Kauai, Nilawa joined the kingdom after they volunteered to join the larger state. In 1795, the kingdom became prosperous and important for its agriculture and strategic location in the Pacific. Kamehameha was aided by European military technology and became available once an expedition led by British explorer James Cook reached the islands in 1778, the first to sustain contact with Europeans. American immigration led by Protestant missionaries and native Hawaiian immigration, mostly on whaling ships, but also in high numbers as indentured servants and forced labor, began almost immediately after Cook's arrival. Americans established plantations to grow crops for export. Their farming methods required substantial labor. Waves of permanent immigrants come from Japan, China, and the Philippines to work in the cane and pineapple fields. The government of Japan organized and gave special protection to its people, who comprised about 25% of the Hawaiian population by 1896. The Hawaiian monarchy encouraged this multi-ethnic society, initially establishing a constitutional monarchy in 1840 that promised equal voting rights regardless of race, gender, or wealth. The population of native Hawaiians declined precipitously from an unknown number prior to 1778. It fell to around 142,000 people in the 1820s, 82,000 in 1880. Hawaiian Kingdom census was only 40,000 people in the final Hawaiian Kingdom census of 1890. 39,504 in the sole census by the Republic of Hawaii in 1896. In 1893, Queen Liliuokalani was
she was an evil bitch.
Was illegally disposed and placed under house arrest by businessmen, which included members of the Dole family with the help from the U.S. Army Marines. The Republic of Hawaii governed for a short time until Hawaii was annexed by the U.S. in 1898 as the territory of Hawaii. In 59, the island became the 50th American state. So basically what happened in Hawaii was the Dole family was canning pineapples there. They were having trouble with the queen.
Right.
They found out how to ship to can pineapples and send to the United States.
Right.
Became a huge profit for them. They overthrow her, kind of kick her to the side, and it became a United States, the 50th state in 1959. It took about 60, 70 years to get that all done. But that's the way it was. So when we got attacked at Pearl Harbor in 1941, it was not a state then, it was a territory.
Right.
Still. Now, one of the islands, Lanai, I think is how you say it.
Lanai,
I
think.
Guess who owns 90% of that island?
The Dole family.
Nope. Richard
Branson.
I think it's Richard Ellison owns the Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh.
He owns 90% of that island. They do not have a true minority in Hawaii. There's such a mixed match of people there that there's not really a minority group on the island.
I figured it was all Samoans.
No, they make up a big portion of it, but there's also a big portion of everyone else. There's Chinese, there's Filipinos, there's Americans, there's Native Hawaiians, there's Samoans, there's everybody. They don't really have a true minority there.
I did not know that. I figured it was all mainly made up of Samoans.
Nope. And religion, atheist was known as Ayaya. However, the dominant religion, as in many other Polynesian societies, was the Kupa taboo religion. It had a theology, ritual, and code of conduct, including many gods and heroes that people worshipped in different ways. In one tradition, Wakia, the Sky Father, wed Papanukahumakaka or some shit, the Earth Mother, and from their union came of Hawaiians, including the other gods. In traditional Puani genealogy, Kumakika and her husband Paea Akalani were the mother and father of the earth and heavens. Another genealogy declared that Kamamialia and Kumakahama were the mother and the father. I am butchering the shit out of these words.
No, you're doing great. Keep going.
The Kupu religion in Hawaii was polytheistic, led by the gods Kani, KD, Lono, and Kanola. Sounds like the Jackson 5. Other notable deities included Laka, Kawahani, Hamua, Papa Roach, and most famously Pele, I guess the soccer guy. Each Hawaiian family is considered to have one or more guardian spirits or family gods known as Amakua. One such god is Lalani, the god of Allah. So anyways, the rulers of Hawaii, now it's part of the United States. It's a democratic island, but it votes Democrat. It's supposedly the home of Barack Obama. I think he did grow up there and live there for a little bit. There's no doubt about it. But anyways, that's my interesting story about Hawaii. The Hawaiian agriculture system used both irrigated and rain-fed dry land systems. Irrigated systems mainly supported taro, which have you ever seen them how they make that stuff, that taro? They take a taro root and they mash it like a mashed potato, and it's real gummy and stuff. And it's called taro. And then they have the sweet potato jams. And they have of course, it's got a lot of seafood. And their main, you know what their number one dish is there?
Pineapple dole.
Spam.
Oh,
they love some spam there.
Yeah. I did know that, actually.
I've never been to Hawaii. There was a time that I would have liked to go to Hawaii. They say it's very expensive. My grandfather was in World War II, was at Pearl Harbor. Both of my grandparents were. And my grandpa told me he went all over the South Pacific and all the way to England. They've been all over the place. He told me the prettiest place he's ever been in his life is Hawaii.
I believe it.
And I've heard that many, many times. So that's what you got with Hawaii, the 50th state. And some interesting tidbits. You know, you can snow ski in Hawaii.
I did not know that.
Yes,
it makes sense.
They have a mountain that's about 10,000 feet tall. Did you know the Hawaiian Islands are the tallest islands in the world, or tallest mountains in the world? If you take the bottom of that, at the bottom of the seabed to the top at the 10,000, it's taller than Mount Everest.
Right. I guess that would make sense because you're going from sea level up.
Well, no, they're going below sea level. So if you've got a 10,000 foot mountain that's on a 20,000 foot base underwater that comes up 10,000, those mountains are taller than Mount Everest.
I think that's fudging the numbers.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
Okay, well, I didn't argue with you about who was cheating on who. So that is true, though. The Hawaiian island chain is taller than the Himalayas, but it's just so far down in the ocean.
Right. From where it starts.
To where it starts to where it finishes.
But what if you did that at just where the Himalayas start or where we start?
Well, I think they go from ground up. I don't know how down below they go. I mean, if you looked at that, everybody's sitting on the same actual base.
Right.
But they say the Hawaiian Islands start that way. And Hawaiian Islands are the only chain in America that is completely entirely based on volcanic flow.
Mm-hmm.
It grows every year.
Right.
In 1,000 years, Hawaii will almost be to San Francisco. I'm just kidding about that. I don't know about that, but it's definitely growing every year. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Would you like to go to Hawaii?
Yeah, it's not really anything that's pressing in my mind.
I mean, I just don't. I mean,
if I end up there, I end up there, but it's not anything that I'm gonna seek out. It's not on my bucket list.
I don't want to get on an airplane that long.
Right.
Did you know Hawaii is the southernmost place in the United States too? I did not know that.
Yes, I did know that.
I did not know that. I thought it was equivalent to San Francisco, just stuck out in the middle of the ocean.
Because Key West is just the southernmost point on continental U.S.
So that's how you know it.
Yes.
Okay. Bermuda is a place that I've always wanted to go, and it looks like a very tropic paradise, but hell, it sticks out in the middle of the Atlantic. It does not look like it'd be in the tropics, but I'm assuming it gets a lot of the Gulf Stream with the warm water that comes up there.
Right.
Was the water warm in the Bahamas when you were there?
Yeah, it felt good. Because
we got a family here that does a lot of vacationing, and Dwayne was telling me one time they were there with the boys, and it was cold. They had a cold front hit the Bahamas because Florida gets cold sometimes, and it's 25 miles off the coast of Florida.
It was a 30-minute flight from Miami. I don't know.
Well, let's just say it's 50 miles or 100 miles off, whatever it was.
Right.
They had
Not far.
They had a cold front hit there, and he said the wind was cold, like in the 50s.
Right.
But he said the water was 85 degrees or something.
Right.
So the boys would want to get in the water, but outside the water, it was cold as hell.
No, it wasn't like that. It was pleasant.
It was 110 degrees the other day, and at my house, when I got out of the swimming pool, it was cold.
Just that wind?
No, it was cold for some reason. But the sun had went down. It was the night. I swam the other night. Me and Dylan swam, and it was cold when you got out of that water.
Right.
Or chilly for at least. And I'm old. All right. Thank y'all for listening to us. God bless y'all. I've got some dates left. I got some deer hunting available still. If anybody wants, I think I've got 3 deer hunts I can still sell. Should be a great year with deer. We had a lot of rain in the spring and early summer, so we're going to have big horns. I've seen some big horns. I've got room still, a couple spots left on the boss hunt, and I've got some other dates left. I've got a December 16th through 18th. I'm going to do a podcast hunt. It's a 3-day hunt, lodging, meals, $1,200. For those 3 days, 16th, 17th, and 18th, I can do 1s, 2s, and 3s. We're going to fill up to about 20 or 30 people here at the lodge. But there are a few days. You can tell the economy's down because I've got some days open that usually aren't open. But I also have had some corporate guys call me the last couple of days that booked hunts early in the year, and I couldn't get them to commit. Now they're wanting to commit. So you can tell it's getting close to hunting season. People are starting to want to hunt.
Everybody's clutching their pearls right now.
Yep. Thank y'all for listening to us. You have a great day, and God bless you.
Watch for deer. Check out Mallard Bay. If you're an outfitter and you're having trouble selling those hunts, get with Mallard Bay. They can help get your product in front of a lot of people. And if you're looking to book a hunt this coming waterfowl season, hunting season, whatever, use Mallard Bay as a resource.